In this video, I'm going to go through how to add an assessment in the system. This has changed a little bit, so might be interesting to check out even if you've been doing it so far. First of all, if you scroll down the list here, you can see that there's an area called Playground, and that's perfect to trying out how to add assessments, to how to add pictures and so forth, because doing anything here is not going to have an effect on any actual ice caves. So we can just hit the button here to add an assessment, or of course we can open the detail page for this location and then use this larger button up here to add an assessment. And finally, any assessments are going to show up here in this assessments tab. Okay, so let's just let's just start by adding a new assessment. Click the button here, and here's our little form. And this is designed such that it works equally well on your laptop as it does on a phone. And there's a bunch of fields here that we're going to go through. It starts with an overall assessment. This is basically just like a bird's eye view about the current conditions of the ice caves. Is it good to go? Is there something that we need to be careful about, or is it an absolute no-go? So I just pick any of these options here. And then we come to a more objective evaluation. So this basically is intended to go through all aspects of the ice caves in more detail and in a very structured way. These are the same items and the same order that is on this Google spreadsheet that has been going around for the daily assessment of ice caves. And so here we have things like the roof thickness, and then we can select one of these options here that feels like it's the most appropriate for this particular location. So let's see, maybe like this, and then we just keep going through this list. And of course, not everything is going to always apply. So let's pick one more here. And then, for example, we might have a feature that's more like a canyon that doesn't really have a ceiling. So obviously it's not going to have any holes. And so we can just skip this part, continue with the next. So maybe the shape of the roof, it's not a roof, but it might be like kind of like the remaining arches. So let me consider here, and then you keep going here. Yeah, maybe one thing, cracks and crevasses, that's a little bit of a misleading or easily confused terms here. So with cracks, I mean fractures in the ice without any like opening, any separation, and crevasses. This is where the ice is actually starting to separate either from movement or through continued melting. As I said, it's a little bit unfortunate. It's very similar phrases here, but it's the same phrases that have been used in the Google spreadsheet, so we just keep using them and keep going through the list. And as you can see, it goes rather quickly. Once you've done it a few times, this is a very smooth and easy process. So maybe no easy wall, so we just keep that open. And that finishes our objective evaluation. And now here we have some further points. Here we can add some things like what is our impression that which qualifications a guy should have to guide this tour. Is it very easy, or is there some rope work required? And some more qualifications are necessary. You can just select this here. And the same for the group ratio. Basically, what number of clients would you have felt comfortable with on this tour, on this day? Is it like a very easy tour and we can have like a larger group, or maybe it was like more substantial and more complicated to get in and out of this place? So like one guide for every 6 clients would have been best, or even 4 if you're lowering them or something. So yeah, this is basically all there is to it. And then here at the bottom we have a field for further remarks. So if there's anything that is not covered by the fields above, then we can type it in here. So for example, we could say stuff like the steps down the Mulan need to be remade, and the V-threads have almost melted out. So that's a nice observation to make, and then other guys that maybe check this out, they know what to look for, and they know, okay, there's something they have to keep in mind when they run the tour. Right, then we click submit. And you can see it's already in here. The assessment has already shown up, submitted, it's saved. And if you click on this row here, as you can see, it opens up in more detail. And so we have all our information right here. So it's quick and easy, it's pain-free. Please keep adding your assessments to all the locations you visit. If there's anything that doesn't really work as intended, or if you have any suggestions about how to improve this or any other aspects of the system, please let me know and I'll see what I can do about it. Thank you very much.